Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pulse of Spokane. Today, I have a very special guest, the County Assessor, Tom Konis. Tom, welcome to the show.
Connor, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, of course. So, it's everyone's favorite time of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, not mine, but everybody else.
Especially not my parents.
Right.
So, reassessment, right? Revaluation of properties going into 2022.
That's correct. Yeah, we will be sending out the reevaluation notices on June 6th. So
Okay.
look for them in your mailbox, probably starting on the 7th.
Oh boy! So, and we actually have a map that we can show too, right? So
Yes,
if we want to
please.
pop that up, and you just want to go through and what the different increases are
Yeah,
for different areas.
it basically, we've got on average a 30% increase across the board for Spokane County. Largest, this is my 29th year. I've worked in the assessor's office, and this is by far the largest increase we've ever seen. The thing with the real estate market right now is even with the rise in interest rates, the selling prices have not decreased. The demand is slowing down a little bit. From what I understand,
naturally, because that's what the Fed wants to do.
right?
Slow down
Exactly.
demand.
Slow it down. Pump the brakes a little bit. Talked with the board of realtors this morning, and they're seeing a lot less multiple offers on properties.
Right. That's wonderful. I mean, not for the seller, but for the buyers.
It's wonderful for a buyer.
Yeah.
My wife and I bought our house about 3 years ago, or about a year and a half ago, and we missed out on 3 properties. We got outbid on 3 different properties before we got ours. So
Yeah, my brother, like I was just telling you before we went on air, he bought his house, I want to say about a month ago or 2 months ago, and then moved in a month ago. But he went nonstop for a couple months, just going from house to house, bidding offers, higher offers, and just eventually bidding wars, obviously.
Sure.
They took it out. So it's just a crazy market to be in right now.
and it's emotional and stressful enough to purchase a house, but to go through that multiple times, the highs and then the lows of not getting the property, it's hard on people.
Yeah,
It really is.
And I think Spokane County specifically, we have like our 33,000 housing, 34,000 housing units below what we should need right now because of demand. So.
No, exactly. After '07 and '08 especially,
Yep.
the developers pulled back. We also, of course, had the Growth Management Act come in about that time. That's also restricted where people can develop new properties at. Both of those have led to where we're at right now. Even if we could ramp up with the supply chain issues and the labor shortages for the builders that we've got out there, we can't build enough properties to get enough homes for people.
No, not to suffice the demand that's here in Spokane.
Right.
So,
And we're still seeing a large demand from out-of-town buyers, both for residential and commercial properties.
and in a lot of those is also like rental, like companies coming and buying the houses all for cash or outbidding the other buyers and renting them out to people. That's what the renting companies obviously do. But that's like you said, majority of the buyers here in Spokane, right?
That it makes up about a third, from what I've been told, are out-of-town people now on the apartments, the multifamily stuff. They can still get a better rate of return in Spokane, even with our inflated prices, which are reported to be 30, 40, 50% overvalued for where they should be. But they can still get a better rate of return here than investing in that same property in Seattle or Portland or California, or even, believe it or not, Denver, Colorado. We've seen quite a few buyers come in from Denver.
Huh. Because I would think if you were going to go from Denver, you'd want to go maybe somewhere a little bit closer rather than all the way up to Spokane.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, that's just crazy. So the notices are going to go out June 6th.
June 6th.
Right? And what specifically are in the notices if we want to show that?
There's a lot of information on there that I just kind of want to walk everybody through. What they are is a fold over postcard type size.
Right.
So number one, don't throw it away when you get it without opening it. And we have had that happen before. On the front of it, it's going to have, of course, your mailing address and then also the parcel number. Below that, on the back side, there talks about current use assessment, which is what used to be called the Farm and Ag program. So if you've got a large piece of property that you're actively farming, there is a substantial tax break, because we want to keep those large tracts of farmland in farmland.
Agriculture, because the agriculture business is probably Washington State's biggest business, if not one of.
Well, and absolutely. And if we chop this all up, what are we going to eat?
Exactly.
And they're not making any more dirt. So we have to keep those and give them some incentive to stay there. We also have a senior and disabled exemption that's available to people who are 61 or older. The income limit for that for Spokane County is $40,000 a year. That is dictated by the legislature and adjusted every 5 years.
Oh, perfect.
So or a lot of the other counties have higher rates than we do as far as income limits. Seattle's is 58,000.
I mean, that would make sense because the
Right.
average income earner in Seattle would be higher than Spokane, traditionally
Correct.
speaking. So,
Correct, but if you make $58,000, I still don't think you can purchase a house in Seattle.
oh gosh,
So-
maybe not even in Spokane anymore. My grandmother would be very happy to hear that.
Yeah. So on the inside of the card, again, kind of double check the parcel number from the front of the card to the inside of the card, because about 7 or 8 years ago, before I took over, we had an issue where the printer printed them incorrectly and had 2 different properties on there. It was very shocking to people when they opened those things up.
Oh wait, my taxes are what the heck?
What the heck? Now my $400,000 house is now worth $4 million.
Yeah,
So,
or whatever.
on there, it'll also show last year's assessed value.
Okay.
And this current year's assessed value. Now, this current year's assessed value, a couple of things about it. That value is as the property sat January 1st of this year, and will be used for calculating the property taxes in 2023.
Now, has there ever been, I mean, probably the 2008 year that home values have gone down
Oh,
in
absolutely.
county assessments?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
I've been through two cycles before this one. So, and we definitely react to that. Again, part of our problem is the January 1 lien date that again is dictated by law.
Well, by law, yeah.
So if the market starts to turn in, say, September of this year, we will have a hard time reacting to that quickly enough. But we definitely do follow market. Our job, as required by the Department of Revenue and the RCWs, is to value all properties at 100% of their market value. So in other words, the opinion of value is what we think the property could sell for in the current market.
Okay, perfect. And honestly, you know, if it goes down, that'd be great for some people because, like I said, it's 30 to 40, 50% overvalued the housing prices
exactly.
right now on the market. So, and that's a tough job. Just trying to evaluate.
It is a hard job. Somebody has to do it. It's required by law.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, the people in my office do a fantastic job of it.
Yeah, you guys have always done a great job for the last 28 years.
We have really moved the office ahead with some new technologies. Number one, to allow my people to not only do more work, better work, because we're only as good as our data. So if we can spend another 5 minutes in front of a house to get the data correct, it's well worth it in the long run for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of different, not just the county assessors themselves, but a lot of organization, data analytics has become the forefront of decision making. Market data, and my brother can talk to you all day about it. But yeah, I mean, if you can collect that data and make sure you're pinpoint accurate with it and ensure that the prices are right, that's all we can ask. You're doing your job. So.
Exactly.
And you're rerunning.
I
right?
am. I ran in 2018.
Yep.
Won by 153 votes out of 200,000. Very happy to say that we've just finished filing week and no one has filed to run against me. So I will still be out in the public. I will still be trying to educate people on what the assessor's office does, but I won't have to wave signs or put up signs or
you won't have to
those
worry
kind
about
of
another
things.
race, and it comes down to 100 votes.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I can win by more than 153 this time.
So. All right. So June 6th, they go out in the mail, or they receive it in the mail? Or
They hit the mail.
They hit the mail.
They
Okay.
are taken to the post office on June 6th.
Okay.
So one other thing is just because your value goes up 30% does not necessarily mean that your taxes will go up that. Matter of fact, they won't.
Oh, really?
All the municipalities, the city of Spokane, Spokane Valley, Cheney, Liberty Lake, Spokane County, are limited to a budget increase of only 1% a year.
Gotcha.
So that can't increase more than that. Fire district levies, library district levies that we vote on are
like the recent EMS bill that
exactly.
passed.
Those are a fixed amount. But again, after the first year, they're limited to the 1% limit also. Unfortunately, when the legislature fixed the McCleary decision regarding funding of public schools, they allowed the schools to run bonds that are a fixed rate for the whole time. So in other words, if your levy rate is at $2.50 this year, based on a $200,000 house, and you're going up to a $300,000 assessed value, it's still going to be based on that $2.50 a thousand.
Gotcha.
So there will be an increase because of that. Conversely, if values went down, the school district would get less money, but the municipalities could still get their 1% more. So it's only, again, 29 years in the office, we've only had the actual tax collected go down one time.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Well, you know it best. I mean, been doing it for so long.
Right.
So, Tom, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for saying what you needed to say and assessing values.
Thank you, Connor. I appreciate you letting me get the word out to people.
Yeah, of course. And thank you for joining in. Have a great day.
Hi, this is Larry Myers, normally at River Ridge Hardware, here at Peters Hardware, where I've been blessed to be able to buy it. Initially started in 1934 by Bill Peters, and I was blessed to be able to purchase that from the Peters family. Peters Hardware is located at 12118 East Sprague, enter off of Pines and First. We have all the quality home products that you need, including quality paint now where we can match any color that you want. We're here for you for all your home needs. Come on by to Peters Hardware in Spokane Valley.